Hey everyone, Zia here and welcome back to the channel. I have some absolutely insane and important updates for you today, okay? Let's jump right into it. Okay, get ready for a wild ride because Westbridge Capital just dropped a mind-blowing 637 crore rupees into KPN Farm Fresh. Is this the next retail giant in the making? Look at this. The documents confirm the staggering sum, a fresh investment in the Tamil, Nadu-based fruit and veggie chain. This isn't their first rodeo. They acquired a massive stake back in 2023. And this new cash? It's all about supercharging KPN's expansion and omnichannel strategy. But here's the wild part. When you see this old photo, you realize KPN started from a single pushcart in the 1950s. Imagine that. And now, look at this. They're not just selling fruits. This on-screen text shows they've expanded into home essentials, masalas, even bakery items. A true journey from a humble start to a diverse powerhouse. Now let's look at the receipts. While their revenue is up, as you can see right here with this financial data on screen, they reported a loss last year. A tricky situation, but Westbridge is betting big on the wider Indian consumer sector. And just look at this on-screen detail, the market is poised for a $1 trillion boom. And the implications are just mind-blowing. With rising aspirations and premiumization driving everything, organized retail is set to explode. So, what does this massive investment mean for the future of Indian shopping? And will KPN Farm Fresh truly become the next big thing? In other news, a surprising development has just come to our attention. News fam, look at this. Dehradun is battling an absolute nightmare. Rivers swollen, homes submerged. This isn't just rain, this is chaos. What happened here? On the intervening night of Monday and Tuesday, Dehradun was pummeled, forcing evacuations as the Tamsa River surged. Officials are still scrambling to verify if this was an actual cloudburst or simply very heavy rainfall. But here's the wild part. 2 people are officially missing in the Sahastradhara area, and rescue teams, including the SDRF, couldn't even reach the scene. Look at this. The roads are completely blocked by heavy debris. This isn't just a minor inconvenience. This is a critical barrier to saving lives. And the ancient Tapkeshwar Mahadev temple, completely inundated, water reaching above the shivling, its premises covered in rubble. The approach bridge at Maldefta is gone. And the implications are just mind-blowing. With schools closed and a red alert issued, authorities are urging everyone to stay safe. Chief Minister Dhami is on the ground, monitoring relief efforts. But with so much devastation, what's the real long-term cost for Dehradun and its people? Alright, moving on to our next story. Okay, fam, you are not going to believe what's happening right now. The Nifty 50 just reclaimed a critical level, 25,100. Is this a fluke, or are we on the edge of the biggest stock market breakout India has ever seen? For a whole year, while the world surged, India's market was quiet, down 4% from its 2024 peak. But look at this now. India's macros are sound, with Q1 GDP at 7.8%. The text on screen says, GDP surge, 7.8%. And the proof is right here. Fiscal targets are on track. But that's not all. The government fired up massive reforms. The budget cut taxes, the MPC slashed rates by 100 basis points, and look at the overlay. Game changer, GST rationalized. This isn't just news. It's a massive push for consumption starting September 22nd. Remember how earnings growth nosedived to 5% in FY25? That spooked everyone. But analysts are now predicting a massive revival, pushing growth above 15% in FY27. And this is where it gets interesting. The text on your screen, earnings revival, 15% plus growth, spells out the next chapter. Automobiles and white goods are set to lead this charge, with banking and financials staying strong. The market is about to discount this, potentially sending Nifty to new record highs. So, fam, is this the start of an epic bull run, or is there another twist waiting? So what do you think happens next? Okay, from the world of politics to the world of entertainment. Alright, tribe, you are not going to believe what happened today. The Indian markets just exploded, opening in the green, Nifty 50 soaring near 25,100 and the Sensex up over 70 points. Is this a new era or just the calm before the storm? Look at this display. The numbers are clear. Nifty was trading at 25,096.55, Sensex at 81,862.72. But market experts are hinting at continued consolidation. And the reason? U.S. Fed decisions and critical India-U.S. trade talks are looming large. And the implications are just mind-blowing. But here's the wild part. While we are watching India, the U.S. markets, S&P 500 and NASDAQ, hit new intraday peaks. And get this, regional Asian markets also saw gains, all thanks to expectations of a U.S. Federal Reserve rate reduction. And the proof is right here, gold prices, new record highs. Look at that spike on the chart. And that's not all. The dollar is trading near a 2.5-month low against the euro, and almost a 10-month low against the Aussie dollar. Traders are betting big on those Fed rate cuts. But hold on, because it gets crazier. Oil prices remained stable, even after Ukrainian drone strikes on Russian refineries. What's really going on with global supply? So, what does it all mean? Foreign investors pumped in 1,268 crore, while domestic institutions added 1,933 crore. Is this a signal of immense confidence, or are global uncertainties just shuffling the deck? Is this the new normal for our markets? And now for something on a lighter note. Okay, strap in, because something unbelievable is happening with India's job market, and you are not going to believe the numbers we just uncovered. Is this a silent revolution or a statistical illusion? Let's dive deep. The official report just dropped, and it claims India's unemployment rate dipped to a striking 5.1% in August. That's 2 months in a row of decline, down from 5.6% in June. And the proof is right here. Look closely at the screen. The unemployment rate, 5.1% in August, is a significant drop. But who exactly is benefiting from this surprising shift? But here's the wild part. Women's participation in the workforce just soared to 32% in August. That's up from just 30.2% in June, a truly massive jump. And you can see this incredible statistic highlighted right here, the women's workforce participation, up to 32%. It's truly unprecedented for such rapid change, and we have to ask, what's driving this sudden surge? Now, while the government hails this as a major win, some powerful analysts like Citigroup are waving red flags. They claim India still struggles to create enough jobs despite its rapid economic growth, and that's a serious counterargument. Look at what the screen says right here. CITIGRUP report, job growth struggles. But hold on, because it gets crazier. The Labor Ministry fired back, accusing them of using definitions that don't align with national standards. So, what do we make of all this? Is India truly on the brink of a job market boom, or are we just witnessing a clever statistical dance? What's your take on these incredible numbers, and what do they truly mean for the future of India's economy? Okay, up next, you guys are not going to believe this. A conservative star gunned down, a nation stunned. How did this happen, and what's the real story behind the headlines? We're on a wild ride to uncover the truth. Okay, you are not going to believe what FBI Director Kash Patel just revealed. We're talking about a recovered text thread from the suspect, Tyler Robinson himself. And look at this on-screen text. Hatred that cannot be negotiated with. That's what he wrote about Charlie Kirk. But wait, it gets crazier. The FBI confirmed Robinson's DNA on the firearm and even a screwdriver. And the proof is right here, clearly stated in our on-screen text. DNA and destroyed note, the evidence. Kash Patel even mentioned a destroyed physical note, where Robinson outlined his intent, the contents confirmed through interviews. But here's the wild part. Just before his arrest, Robinson apparently sent a message on Discord. Our on-screen text shows it all. Discord confession, it was me. He typed, it was me at UVU yesterday. I am sorry for all of this. You honestly can't make this stuff up. Even President Trump weighed in, calling it an assassination. Yet with all this evidence, the motive isn't publicly clear. Officials believe he acted alone, but the investigation continues to see if anyone else was involved. So, with Robinson's confession and the undeniable DNA, is this case closed, or is there a bigger conspiracy at play? And just when you thought the day couldn't get any stranger. Okay, Zo News fam, imagine this. Millions racing against the clock, fingers flying, trying to beat a ticking deadline. When suddenly, the system decides to pull a fast one. What just happened? Just as India hit a record-breaking 7.3 crore ITR filings, beating last year's numbers. And the numbers are just staggering. The government dropped a last-minute bombshell, extending the tax deadline. Look at the date right here. It says, ITR deadline extended to September 16, 2025. But this wasn't just a kind gesture. No, Zo News fam, the e-filing portal was facing massive access issues. People couldn't file, couldn't pay. Check out this screen grab. It's clearly showing portal access issues causing chaos. Officially, the department acknowledged some problems, but blamed local browser settings. But not everyone is buying it. Social media was blowing up with complaints. And look at this on-screen question, system glitches or user error? Is that really the whole story, Zo News fam? So, what if you still missed the September 16th deadline? You could be looking at late fees and interest liabilities, losing out on carrying forward losses. Is this an acceptable solution for taxpayers, or a sign of deeper issues in the system that needs solving? Now, for a look at what's happening in the world of finance. Okay, you are not going to believe this. Eternal, Zomato's parent company, just saw its shares skyrocket, jumping 70% from its 52-week low. But here is the wild part. Their profits plunged 90% in the same quarter. How is that even possible? Look at the numbers right here. Eternal's market cap is now a massive 313 lakh crore rupees, blowing past giants like Tata Motors and even Titan. The market is scrambling to understand this incredible surge. And this is where it gets crazy. The secret, it is Blinkit. Yes, the quick commerce arm, whose net order value just surpassed Eternal's core food delivery business for the first time ever. Check out this headline. Blinkit's rise, a seismic shift. It is a total game changer. Eternal is not stopping there. They are planning to double Blinkit's dark store network, aiming for 3,000 stores. But analysts are waving red flags, claiming the stock looks overbought, warning investors to book profits now. The proof is in this technical analysis, showing weakening momentum. Brokerages like Jefferies are still bullish, upgrading Eternal to a buy, seeing massive growth ahead. So, are we witnessing an unprecedented market transformation, or is this a bubble about to burst? What would you do with Eternal shares right now? Alright, that's all for today. Don't forget to hit that button. It really helps the channel out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next Zo News.